Hello and welcome to Cuesta Sports Monthly, an in-depth look at Cuesta athletics. I'm Peter Schuler, and on this month's show we'll be joined by Allison French and Tonya Khaledi from women's soccer. We'll also welcome a pair of Harriers, Lauren Silacci and Alex Hascall. And also just before we leave, we'll steal a few moments with basketball coaches Blair and Ron Barba. To start right off with women's soccer, sophomore forwards Allison French and Tonya Khaledi are the top scorers this season and are keying the Cougars' attack all season long. We welcome Allison and Tonya to Cuesta Sports Monthly. Welcome, ladies. How are you guys doing? Season just ended on a high note. Both you guys coming back for your sophomore seasons this season. What are kind of some of the things that you were hopes coming back after last season? You both had solid seasons last season. You were the team's most outstanding player, all conference. What were you kind of looking for your second year?
We were looking to have a lot more sophomores returning from the first year. Unfortunately, we didn't get that, but we also were looking to improve our season standings from the previous year.
Yeah, you didn't have as many returners as you had hoped for. At the beginning, it was kind of a beginning of a search to try and get some bodies out there. You guys ended up having enough bodies, but what was that like with the kind of a limbo going into the season with such high hopes, and then to have
It was kind of difficult because we had such high expectations of since we're returners, we can try to improve the team as leaders on the team, and trying to get players was a lot difficult too because not many people are
It's a tough season.
Yeah.
You come in there, especially your freshman year or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You come in, have to learn your class schedule, learn
Right.
San Luis Obispo. So many people are, both of you are,
Yeah.
from out of the area, and then to add in a sport and what's up.
Right.
It's a lot to take on. So
Mm-hmm.
it is a big challenge. And
Yeah, especially with only a few of us returning. A lot of our expectations were just to kickstart the season, already knowing what to expect, and then we had a lot of freshmen that we weren't expecting that had to get settled and kind of do what we did last year. And we were already a step ahead. We had to get the team together and just kind of get them on the same page as us.
so in that kind of way, it was actually probably maybe tougher on the team record, but it's probably good for you guys because you had to actually step up, be leaders, kind of mentors, and do these other
it gave
things,
us an opportunity.
and recruit a little bit too.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, our coach had to look a lot through, his resources to find girls to come out this season. So that was a little bit rough too.
Now, did you guys feel personally that you were stepping up and you kind of realize that you were doing this, or was this something you consciously went, I have to go and take this girl by the hand and walk her around, or did it come naturally?
It kind of just came naturally, and trying to get players putting up flyers, and if you see a girl wearing a soccer shirt, you should go up and be like, hey, we have a soccer team if you want to come out, and just encourage people just to come and just try it out. Doesn't matter. And so I think it was kind of our duty and our job to do that.
So that's one of the things you'd want out of your athletes to develop leadership skills and stuff like that. What are some of the other things that you maybe personally thought you developed here at Cuesta as a player?
I would say friendships with the teammates. Last year it was kind of rough being a freshman. I didn't feel like I had the responsibility to step up and take leadership. And then this year I kind of took that as an opportunity to get the girls to get a little bit more friendly on and off the field. And I feel like we got a lot of new bonds and friendships with the teammates this year that will definitely last a while.
Now, both of you guys are from opposite end of the state. You're down in the Los Angeles County area. Mm-hmm. You're up in San Jose. What was that like? Style of play. Is there a difference regionally, the style of play, or did you guys kind of find that you guys, obviously the last week, you had 2 goals in one game, both assisted by Allison, so you guys had some kind of chemistry going there.
Yeah, definitely. I think
nice.
With the different parts of the state, I don't know that there's much of a different style, but we definitely had shared competitiveness and a drive to win, and so I think that's what helped us combine a lot with games and scoring.
All right. Well, let's talk a little bit about that late surge. You guys started off pretty solid again. Mm-hmm. Again, with new players, not quite in the condition. You had a rash of injuries.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We lost 7 players in 1 week due to injuries and ineligibility, which was tough.
And that makes it tough on you guys because even though you may be the top players, you're not. It's tough to go 90 minutes, especially with this speed. So, that kind of drains you guys and maybe puts you in a vulnerable spot as well. Is that?
Yeah, we started to notice that too with like having not as many girls on the bench to, give breaks to the girls that were on the field. We rotate out and we could only take like 2 minutes at a time or maybe 5 minutes at a time.
Recovery was empty a little bit.
Yeah, recovering was rough, definitely. So we did end up taking a few days off in the season, which kind of hurt us as well.
So you took time away from your training.
Yeah, to recover from games because we didn't have the girls out there. And then at the end of the season, it started to become relevant that our bodies could only take so much. And then we started to kind of break down and injuries started coming up on our parts. And we just kind of had to push through that. And that was kind of another obstacle we had to overcome.
Yeah, the team went on a bit of a slide towards the end. But then again, last week, Moore Park, team who had beat you 5-1.
Yeah.
Had you down 2-0. So walk me through that. I mean, how did you guys... Was it more of like, here it comes, or how did you guys? Because you guys both combined on those 2 goals to tie the game, which broke that 9-game slide. So what was kind of the?
I think like we just wanted it so bad, and like our whole team was playing really well that game, and like we were working well with each other, and
our coach came in at halftime and gave us that pep talk about.
It was all about the halftime speech.
Yeah, no, we gave him credit for that too. He came in and kind of figured out where we were because we weren't playing bad. We were playing well. We just had to figure out how to get behind that defense and put the ball in the back of the net. And then at halftime, we kind of sat down and talked about like what we needed to change to make that happen, and it ended up working, I guess. So.
And then came back against Oxnard. And picked up 1 more win.
That was a great way to end the season.
Yeah, especially our second year. We definitely needed that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that was when Bob called me and let me know that happened. I was like, "That's great. That was a great way to end the season." That was nice to see. Now, you guys are both sophomores. What are kind of your plans for next year? If you can tell me real quick.
Well, I've been talking to some like schools out of state and seeing if I can like walk on and like. My goal is to like play soccer after Cuesta, and so just trying to figure that out and sending my information out.
All right, out there huffing it around.
Yeah.
Same here. I definitely want to play after Cuesta, but my goal is to stay in California, just transfer to a 4-year and get my education. Yeah.
All right. Well, Tonya, Allison, thank you very much for joining us here at Cuesta Sports Monthly, and it's really been great to watch both of you guys play. I think. It's been a lot of fun. I think, Allison, the first game I watched you play, I thought, wow, that was a fun player to watch it because I think you got a yellow card, a dislocated shoulder, and then scored the winning goal. I think that was, at that point, I thought she's going to be fun for a couple of years. So it's great to watch you guys out there.
Thank you so much.
So that does it for soccer here on Cuesta Sports Monthly. Thank you to Allison French and Tonya Khaledi. Coming up next, we'll take a look at cross country with Harriers Lauren Silacci and Alex Hascall when Cuesta Sports Monthly returns in a moment.
Cuesta.edu. Television, radio, broadcast, communications. Explore the world of digital communication and tap into your creative genius. Television, radio, broadcast, communications.
This is your boy, the DUI, and you're listening to KGUR.org.
Your digital future is at Cuesta College right now. Log on to Cuesta.edu now for enrollment dates and class information.
Don't put the boom in the shot. Blowing it, bro.
Cuesta.edu.
I'm Peter Schuler. We are joined by Harriers Lauren Silacci and Alex Hascall. The Cougars are heading to the 3CAA State Cross Country Championships at Woodward Park in Fresno. This is the second straight trip for Lauren Silacci, who qualified as an individual last year, and the 6th consecutive trip for the men's team, led by Alex Hascall. So welcome, Alex. Welcome, Lauren, to Cuesta Sports Monthly. Guys, heading off to beautiful Fresno.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
But it's always going to be a challenge up there. You had a chance to race there last year, but you qualified as an individual. That was the first time in a long while that the women hadn't gone as a group. what's kind of changed for you now that you're going with a group? You're not the only girl there.
Yeah, it's really nice to have the company, and we have a great team. We work together, and it's going to be nice to have all the boys and all the girls go together. It's just a different, probably a different vibe, and we're all excited. So
now you've had to start off with a great start. You had a little illness in between.
Yeah.
That allowed the two sisters, Maggie and Samantha, come up there, and they each led the team in one race. I was looking at the stats, 7 races this year. You've led in 5. Each of the Phillips sisters has led in 1. So that gives them a little confidence, I would think.
Oh yeah, they're amazing runners, with me there or not, and it really did help. I'm very proud they all pulled the team together, and it was hard. It was a challenge for me. I got bronchitis, so that was fun, and I think that we have a solid 4 core team, and then the other girls all of us together are gonna push it and do what we can. We work together as a team, and I think that's great.
It's kind of fun to watch, but again, yeah, you came in a conference, whoever is a little bit worried that you would recover in time, but luckily it seems like you have.
Yes,
according to the last race.
The opportunity to recover.
Now with the men's team, Alex, you've had 7 races and 5 different winners. It seems that all you guys run as a pack within a minute and a half of each other in every race. It's a crapshoot to see who's going to win.
On any given day, anybody on the team could come in first, pretty much. I mean, we all train together. We all run the same workouts. We've trained together since the beginning of the summer, and it's been really, really fun time with all of them. And it's totally up in the air who's going to come in first.
Now, with you guys, is it just kind of a feel thing, or is it just do you go out there going, I'm going to beat this guy ahead of me here. I'm going to beat that guy. Is it a competition between the group, or is everybody just kind of rooting for everybody else to?
No, we don't tend to have that inter-team competition like a lot of other squads do. I mean, we in ourselves in workouts will tend to compete with each other sometimes, but when we step on the line, we're for the team. We're there for the team, and we all want to see each other do the best that we can.
So you just kind of push each other, but not,
Right. We don't.
Nobody's tripping for somebody from behind, right?
Exactly. No. If we see somebody, one of our team members in front of us, if we see one of our team members in front of us, we'll even call out to them that we're behind them, and we'll work together to see, how many people can we get in the next few minutes up here, and just help each other improve rather than running solo if we can. So.
It's great to have a group like that. Have you ever had a team like that where you had everybody working together like that?
I haven't, no.
It seems like a really unique experience, because we have always had runners up there at the top, then you had the kind of the rest of the pack a little bit, but it's a really unique thing to see the numbers come in every week and how close you guys are.
Definitely, yeah. It's been a lot of hard work and effort put in throughout the whole season, and we're really hoping for a big performance this weekend.
Now, you came back to running after a long layoff.
Yes.
Now, what brought you back there? And
I decided to go back to school full time, and my mom encouraged me, so I decided to go for it. I didn't think I'd be able to keep up with a bunch of 19-year-olds, and luckily the old one is not too old. I'm probably better than I was in high school. I'm in my prime. That's what I've been told, that this is when women runners usually peak. So I'm enjoying every minute of it. I'm so honored to have the opportunity to run with this team and to be coached by Brian, and it's been a major learning experience, and I've improved significantly from high school.
Now, how has that development come? Has it just been hard work? Is it the different training, or what's the thing
over
that's changed for you?
The years?
Yeah, over these last 2 years.
Oh, the last 2 years. I mean, from high school to the 6-year break to now, I mean, I just did my own kind of workouts, but I mean, these last 2 years, I think just consistent mileage and the workouts and just having the team together. So I don't know. I mean, it's just been a number of things. I think it's just strength building. I mean, Brian's able to put together our mileage and all that, and it works out.
Yes, this is our PA here.
Oh,
She's
it's
doing
okay.
a great job for us. It's all the way closed. Okay. So. That's great. So when you're up there running, like we said, but you had the the Phillips sister, Allie Both, and you guys have kind of got this group up front. Did you feel the challenge to run up front all the time?
I think
hold myself to a higher standard anyways, so I do feel I pressure myself, or I feel the need to do that. But I mean, we have solid runners, and I mean, we do also train together, run together, and I think we are really encouraging of each other. We all support each one, doing the best that they can. So yeah, I mean, it is pressure, but I mean, that's just how I am when I approach races. I'm very aggressive, and I want to do those things. So yeah.
Now you have track season coming up. Alex, you're going to come in freshman track. What are you guys looking at for that spring season coming up? I know you're focused on Saturday, but what are you guys looking at for that?
I'm looking at steeple for sure. I'd like to take that on and focus my energy on that, and I want to get the #1 spot on the top 10 list. That's my goal.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like right behind the.
That took a lot of research to get that top 10 together. But I think we got a pretty solid group. How about you, Alex?
Yeah.
I want to run a really big performance, a really good time in the 5K this season, so that I can, set myself up for next year to be able to be recruited by the Division I school I want to transfer to. So that's my goal, 5K.
Right. Well, Nora Schuler, Alex Hascall, best of luck this weekend in Fresno at the State Cross Country Championships. Nora, you want to say anything to anybody? Okay. That does it for cross country here on Cuesta Sports Monthly. We'll be right back with basketball. Coach Rusty Blair and Ron Barba here to talk about their upcoming season. When Cuesta Sports Monthly returns, we'll see you then.
Cuesta.edu. Television, radio, broadcast, communications. Explore the world of digital communication and tap into your creative genius. Television, radio, broadcast, communication.
This is your boy, the DUI, and you're listening to KGUR.org.
Your digital future is at Cuesta College right now. Log on to Cuesta.edu now for enrollment dates and class information.
Don't put the boom in the shot. Blowing it, bro.
Cuesta.edu.
We're back on Cuesta Sports Monthly with basketball coaches Rusty Blair and Ron Barba, and of course Nora. Basketball season's just got underway, and the Cougars are lucky enough to catch these gentlemen in between practice for a peek into their 2013-14 season. Welcome, Rusty. Welcome, Ron. Welcome back to the show. Just get a little peek here before we head off to the Thanksgiving and on to the winter break, and we'll hopefully have you both back here in January. Rusty, another playoff season last season. How are we looking this year?
Starting over, basically. It's a 2-year program, so we're almost on the start over mode every year. But we do have 5 interesting sophomores that came back this year, and a lot of new additions coming in, both domestic and international.
Yeah, Oscar Pedroso came back after really a big second half, especially during conference play for you. And then you've said you've seen a lot of improvement from Ellis Gibson. Dimitri Utolan who was injured now, but was playing very well in the preseason. A slimmed down and seems to be a little bit more authoritative Muhammad Ali Ben Ammar. How have those guys kind of moved forward for you?
Well, we've been actually battling the injury bug like we did last year, and a couple of those guys have been out for extended periods of time, so they're just working themselves back into shape right now, and might not be available for the next couple of weeks. But as we get into December, I hope to have them available.
Now you bring back a nice core. You have a couple of 3 third-year guards with Courtney Chadwick and Katie Rodriguez and Justine Figueroa. And then you have Miriam Zabinski back, first team all-conference, and you have a great group coming back here. What are you doing adding with the freshmen here and something with that sophomore group?
Yeah, we we're really happy with our guard play. I think we have good quickness up front, and I think that with the quickness brings obviously a pressing team and a running team. The position that we're really tried to fill was the 5, but we like Jerica Crosby out of Morro Bay. I think she's learning every day at practice. great hard worker. She's had a couple nice games already for us. So if we can get her stepping up the ladder, and Nikki Ortiz, who's probably about 5'11", working with her and staying injury free, I think we're a legitimate team.
Yeah, and Nikki had a taste of the season last season, a very limited taste.
Right.
She was going to a medical red shirt, and then came in just in time for playoffs.
Yeah, and she broke her finger already right now. So we're like Coach Blair over here, a couple injuries here and there, but the kids are working hard, and that's all you can ask for from as a coach.
Yeah. Now you're coming back off the program's first playoff season, first winning season since 2008. Kind of going to your plan. You came in with basically an empty cupboard right away.
Right.
And have taken incremental steps each year. Just the big year for you?
We feel like the kids we got are legitimate college kids too. We placed 2 of them last year, Palma and Johnson, and we feel we got 3 of them this year that maybe 4 we might be able to slide into NAIA or Division 2 and 3 prospects. But our sophomores have done a great job. Chadwick has started off great, and Miriam, I can't say enough, but those 2, Chadwick and Miriam Zabinski, both were all league last year, and Katie Rodriguez is coming off the ACL injury 2 years ago, and she was an all league, and she was all league and defensive player for us. So we have a good core, and Priscilla Cluse was our defensive player last year. So it blends into my philosophy of offense wins games, defense wins championships. So the kids work hard defensively, and we're getting good easy baskets in transition. Yeah, so it's nice.
Now we mentioned Priscilla, your international group.
Yeah, I have one.
Of one. Rusty, you talk about the diversity. You have a lot of incoming freshmen. Alex Igual is the Spanish star coming in here, played very well early, but he also brings along, I think we have 3 Spaniards now on the team. And kind of how is the international accords going out here?
Oh, it's been very good. Obviously, coming to Cuesta College in San Luis Obispo is a big plus for them. They don't really know where they're coming to, but once they get here, they don't really want to leave. And parents are coming over for vacation. So it's been a good experience for them, and I'm thankful for the entire families.
Now you also have a good group of young American players in. Right away, Kyle Gear came out and he's established himself as a nice spot, both down low and he can move out a little bit. Who are you kind of looking at right now? I know Pedroso's in there. Ellis Gibson's kind of been working into the point spot, but you also have another former Duck prodigy on your squad. So Hartshorn and so
Brett Hartshorn from Belgium. He has his dual passport. He's a U.S. citizen. His dad is an American citizen. Played at the University of Oregon a few years after me, but he's came on and he's holding down the post for me. But probably more of the power forward player. But he can also step out and knock down the 3. And we talked about. Kyle Gear is going to give us some athleticism, some guys on the boards, especially the offensive boards, which really we need.
Yeah. Now you do have, which seems I think we talked about earlier about a lot of guys who are wing players, about 6'4", 6'5". How do you keep all those guys moving in and out without taking away some of their effectiveness?
Well, we're still working on that, Pete. We haven't quite solved that problem yet.
I thought you'd have answers right away. The first week you haven't done.
When you got 8 players playing the same position, you only get 2 spots available. You have to start moving people around. So we're actually starting to look to some of those players moving over potentially to the point guard position and swinging a couple into a power forward position. But we're working on it.
Okay. Well, that's part of the diversity, unity. Right. It's not just culturally, it's basketball places on the floor too, huh?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Now, both of you guys have high expectations coming off playoff seasons. What are some of the things that we'll start with you, Ron, because we just gave Rusty a nice turn. What are the things that you want to see your team do? You talked about defense building championships. What's the thing you want to see out of this group?
Well, I think the biggest thing that we try to preach to them is practicing hard and practice. I think if we can establish them to play at a high intensity in practice, that's what we're going to see in a game. So I think that's been our real drive right now. We're working on, using the clock. We try to set it in spurts. And one of the things that we've been preaching is that the game is won in spurts probably when you press and you run, and it's the team that has a little bit longer push. So we're trying to condition our kids a little better than they've been in the past, and I think with the guard play, and we have, you know, we're not a big team, but I think athleticism wise we're pushing the ball really well at this stage, and I think if we can get that really going,
and I think having that veteran group, the 3-year players, understand the length of this season. And this is a solid 4-month season, and then hopefully the postseason.
Well, you know, it was nice this year. We had exhibition. We were able to play showcases in September, so we took advantage of that. Yeah. So we got to see 8 games. We got to see all of our kids in that time, and so that broke up a little bit of the practice, and the kids got to enjoy it, plus get college looks. We went 5-3 during that time, and we played some pretty good teams from the north. I think that helped us as coaches to look at kids. But, you know, we have Kaylee Williams out of Mission. That's really going to be a second-year player, but really a freshman, and she played at Point Loma last year. So there's another player that's really got experience, but only coming in as a freshman.
Okay. Now, how about you, Rusty? Some expectations here. We're kind of looking at you're coming up on your 400th win, only 5 away. I know that's not your focus, but what's one thing that you're looking for out of this?
Well, I think I agree with Coach Barba. Simulating the pressure has been very difficult to do, especially with international players coming from different styles. We're more athletic here, we're quicker up and down the floor, more athleticism, and I think that's something lacking, and that's something we're going to try to work on continually, is simulate that hard pressure in practices so we can carry it over to the games.
Well, we'll see how you guys are doing in spring. We'll have you back out here, and we'll see, hopefully, with you guys, each with a player with you. Thank you very much for joining us. Ron Barba, Rusty Blair, Nora here at Cuesta Sports Monthly. Please remember to stay up to date on Cuesta Athletics. Visit the Cuesta Athletic website for more information on all of Cuesta's athletic programs. Well, that does it here for this episode of Cuesta Sports Monthly. We'd like to thank today's guests, Allison French, Tonya Khaledi, Nora Schuler, Alex Hascall, Ron Barba, and Rusty Blair. This show is produced by and at Cuesta College by the Cuesta Broadcast Communications Department as part of the Cuesta TV project. Check out Channel 19 all year long for this show as well as other ongoing broadcasts of Cuesta athletic events. I'm Peter Schuler. For all of us here at Cuesta, thanks for watching and thank you for your support of Cuesta College Athletics. See you next month. We'll spend a little bit more time with coaches Barba and Blair thereafter.